Fabulous. Recording is in progress. There's the voice we've been waiting for. And here we are for the Mindful Monday meditation session where we get together and do some meditation. Usual format being that we start with something just to relax us in, to let go of the day. Then we have the middle bit, which is changes and shifts from time to time. And then we finish up with our loving kindness meditation. And what I'm going to start exploring, it's a bit of an idea, but I know it'll work, is an approach to contemplation within meditation. So last week, I repeat in the middle meditation, I read a small paragraph at different paces over and over again, and just asked you to allow your mind to journey with it. And what I thought would be really good to do would be, and for those of you who have seen them or were there, we've done our trance words 1 and 2. If you've not caught up with those sessions, I do recommend them, because they're fun sessions and they're quite insightful. But to actually take that premise of using the language and words, taking the theme of a quote for contemplation, but then processing it through trance words and language to create a kind of trance-like meditative exploration, rather than just musing over or letting your mind wander. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm looking forward to sharing this. It's been I think it's an interesting way of exploring sometimes some of the concepts and ideas that are out there in meditation and in spirituality and personal development in a different way, where we're inviting the unconscious mind to open up and explore those a little bit more. So hopefully you will enjoy that. So let's get into it. If you're watching this for the first time on playback, I have to say this bit, just follow the instructions to the best of your ability. If you're sitting, make sure your back is relatively straight but not forced. You don't want to be hunched over, because it restricts your breathing, and you want to be able to breathe freely. It's quite good breathing, in fact. If you're lying down, make sure your head's not cramped up with a pillow like that, because again, you'll be restricting your breathing, and we don't want to do that. I may ask you to picture, imagine stuff sometimes along the way. Don't worry if you don't see it like a movie. Just think about it however you think about it. That's all I'm asking you to do. Let's begin. So have a fidget, get comfortable. And we'll begin by taking 3 wonderful deep breaths together. And you don't necessarily need to close your eyes and relax on the first breath, and you don't necessarily need to close your eyes and relax on the second breath, but on the third breath, as you close your eyes and as you relax, you can go within and really get the most out of today's session. So let's take a deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. Taking a second deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out. Taking a third wonderful deep breath in, hold it, and breathing out, just allowing your eyes to gently close as you relax and go within. Just return to your natural breath, your gentle rhythm, that gentle tide. There really is nothing to do. Just relax. The more you relax, the better you can feel, and the better you feel, the more you can relax now. As you tell yourself, I am going to relax. I am going to meditate. Everyday thoughts will not distract me. Sounds round about will not disturb me. It all just helps me let go and relax. Just become aware of the tips of your toes. Now, I don't know whether it'll be just a single toe first, whether it be all your toes, but just become aware of your toes and just imagine. Imagine that they're beginning to fill with light. A radiant light, a glowing light, a soothing and relaxing light, whatever color that light is for you now, that allows you to relax. A healing light, and as it begins to move within you, it can allow you to let go of any unnecessary discomfort as you relax. And that light begins to fill you up. So from the toes, moving up through the feet, radiant and glowing with light, up through the ankles, the shins and the calves, glowing, radiant light, soothing, relaxing, releasing any unnecessary discomfort or tension. That light continues to fill your body up through the knees, softening, relaxing, glowing light. From there up the legs, the upper legs into the hips, radiant, glowing with light, softening any tensions. Let go of any discomforts. And that light continues to flow within you, to move within you, up through the lower back and stomach, up through the chest and the upper back, up to the shoulders, glowing and radiant with light. That light flows down the arms, relaxing, releasing, to the elbows, to the wrists, to the tips of the fingers, glowing with light, radiant with light. And from there up through the neck, softening any tensions, up through the jaw and the back of the head, up through the face, glowing, radiant light to the top of the head, till your whole body is glowing, radiant with light. And bringing your awareness back down to the tips of your toes, I want you to take some time just to gently scan through your body. And if you become aware of anywhere that feels tense, or anywhere where there's a bit of discomfort, Maybe you can breathe that light into that area and be aware of how that tension or discomfort can just melt away. And just take a bit of time now, just scanning through. That's right. Just being aware and becoming aware. As the body relaxes, more of those places and spaces between the breath. The pause, the silence between the breath. And between the thoughts. And as you continue to relax, I'm going to repeat some words, a sentence, a paragraph, a few times through to allow you to gain insight and a deeper connection. And as you notice the natural rhythm of your breath, allow yourself to begin to realize that true fulfillment arises from within. That as you let go of the need for external validation, a deeper contentment begins to emerge. Imagine a feeling, that feeling of being content with what you have. Feeling a deep sense of joy in how things simply are. And as you continue to breathe, you may start to notice that in this moment, there's nothing missing. And that this sense of completeness, of wholeness, connects you effortlessly to everything around you. Feeling as though the whole world is yours. Because in this moment, it is. And as you notice the natural rhythm of your breath, you may begin to realize that true fulfillment arises from within. And I don't know where that true fulfillment begins to arise now. From within. That as you let go of the need for external validation, a deeper contentment can begin to emerge. Imagine a feeling, that feeling of being content with what you have. Feeling a deep sense of joy in how things simply are. And as you continue to breathe, you may start to notice that in this moment, there's nothing missing. And that this sense of completeness, of wholeness, connects you effortlessly to everything around you. Feeling as though the whole world is yours. Because in this moment, it is. And as you notice the natural rhythm of your breath, let yourself begin to realize that true fulfillment arises from within. That as you let go of the need for external validation, deeper contentment begins to emerge. Imagine a feeling, that feeling of being content with what you have. Feeling a deep sense of joy in how things simply are. And as you continue to breathe, you might start to notice that in this moment, there's nothing missing. And that this sense of completeness, of wholeness, connects you effortlessly to everything around you. Feeling as though the whole world is yours, because in this moment, it is. As the Tao Te Ching says, if you look to others for fulfillment, you will never truly be fulfilled. If your happiness depends on money, you'll never be happy with yourself. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize now there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. That's right. And as you notice the natural rhythm of your breath, realizing that true fulfillment arises within, noticing that in this moment nothing is missing. As you begin to realize this and much more, noticing your breath, you can begin to return in your own time, in your own pace, and when you're ready to embrace that sense of completeness, of wholeness, that connection to everything around you. Then you can begin to become more aware of the room around you. Tips of the toes, top of the head. And when you're truly ready now to really discover what that means, whatever that was, then you can open your eyes, be here now, feeling good, ready to go into our final meditation of the day. And just give me a little wave or a thumbs up so I know that you're back and ready to carry on. That's Donna, Sally, Debbie, Linda's back. Anne's nailed the technology. She's got some hands clapping there. I don't even know how you do that. Fabulous. Marvelous. And obviously there I kind of went straight from our first meditation into the second. Just it felt like the right thing to do. So I hope that was a different experience for you. It'll be interesting at the end to hear how that was. In fact, actually, I'm just going to pause it now. Ah. Now, when someone watches this back, they'll wonder why I was just laughing. I'd forgotten to press record, so this is take two. Okay, so we're moving into our loving kindness meditation, and we do this for a couple of three reasons. One, it's just a lovely way to end the session. Two, it helps us develop compassion for ourselves, helps us be kinder to ourselves, and if we develop more compassion and kindness for ourselves, we can then offer out more compassion and kindness in the world around us as well. So it's about spreading the love, really. That's what it's all about. So let's get into this. Have a fidget, get comfortable. And we'll start. We'll take 3 deep breaths again. And because we've already done a bit, you can find it really easy to just slip back inside and relax into this final meditation of the evening. So let's take a deep breath in. Hold it. And breathe out. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. Breathe out. Take a third wonderful deep breath in. Hold it. And breathe out. And if you've not done so already, just gently close your eyes. And as you're breathing there and listening to this with your eyes closed, I want you to think of kindness. And depending on what kind of day you've had, that may be easier for some, a little bit more challenging for others, because sometimes people annoy us, and we sometimes find it a little tricky to then think about kindness. If you've had one of those days, think of a puppy. Just think of a puppy or a little kitten or something that you could never hurt, just something you could just be really loving and kind to. And as you're thinking of that, notice where within you feel that kindness. Might be in a foot, an elbow. Might be in a shoulder, could be your ear. Or the tip of your nose. But wherever you begin to notice that sense of kindness now, I want you to take that sense of kindness, give it a color, whatever that color is for you, and start spinning it within you. Start making it move within you to the point where it kind of starts picking up its own momentum. And even if you were to try to stop that from flowing now, you'd find you could not. That kindness is just flowing within. And I want you to imagine yourself in a room. Just see the things you see, hear the things you hear. I don't know what that room looks like to you, but it's comfortable. It's a nice space. With that kindness spinning and flowing within you, doubling in its strength and its presence. And as you're breathing and relaxing and that kindness is spinning within you, I want you to imagine that into that room, you see yourself step forward. And it may be an aspect of yourself that you're struggling with at the moment. Or it might just be you, just you. And what I want you to do is just project, send that kindness now to that you. However you do that, maybe you see it flowing from you to them. Maybe you just sense that it's leaving you. Maybe you see them being wrapped in it. However you do that now. Just enfolding that other you and that kindness. Imagine it coming back to you. So it spins and flows between you and the other you. That loving kindness. That's right. And that you steps backwards. And now I'd like you to think of, imagine somebody, a friend or a loved one, stepping forward into that room. Someone who you feel, yeah, I need to send them a bit of kindness. See them there, and again, however you do this now, you start sending that kindness from you to them, projecting it out, enfolding them in it. And again, it flows back to you. A wonderful sense of reciprocity. That's it. And that person steps back. And now somebody who's kind of like an acquaintance, somebody, maybe it's somebody that serves you in a shop, or somebody whose face you recognize, but you might not even know their name, but they kind of represent kind of the strangers or the people that you don't know that well. And just imagine that person there stepping forward, And again, however you do this now, you can allow that kindness to flow from you to them. And flows back to you. That's right. And they step backwards. And this time, someone steps forward, somebody who maybe someone you find difficult, somebody you find challenging. They step forward and you just allow that kindness to flow from you to them, wrapping and enfolding them in it and then flowing it back to you. Reaching out with that kindness. And even though that person may have been challenging, I wonder just how easily you can allow that to just flow. That's it. And that person steps back. I just want you to take a few moments imagining that kindness is like a light radiating out from you and flowing throughout the whole world. I don't know how you picture that or imagine that. Maybe you just sense it. Maybe it's a sound like the whole earth humming in harmony. Or maybe you see the earth floating in space, lit up like a light bulb, glowing with that light. However you do that now. And then return to the room with all the people that have been there with you stepping forward, and just see that light, that kindness flowing from you through each and every person in a circle of light, a circle of kindness, flowing and returning. And then as you take a deep breath in, the people in that room fade as you breathe out. As you breathe in, you take that kindness deep within you, that light glowing within you, radiant within you. And when you're ready to carry that light and that kindness out into your everyday, to be a beacon of kindness in the world, when you're ready to do that now, then begin to return. And when you're really ready to embrace everything you've gained this evening and carry that kindness out into the week, then you can open your eyes and be here now, just in the time it takes for you to bring all that with you. That's it. Back here, back there.